It's your boy Big Sprint, Big Sprint. Always watching, always listening, and you tuning in to Fire Ranch, chilling with
Hollywood Marley, man. You already know what the fuck going on, nigga.
What's up, man? It's a long time no speak. You know, worked on a lot of projects. Been trying to get back up with everyone I interviewed in the first season of Fire Ranch. Trying to redo some interviews, catch up with them, see where they've been, how this has been going, what's the progress, you know, how the coronavirus is affecting everything with the music scene and stuff like that. So what's new, man?
Man, ain't nothing really too new, you know what I'm saying? We got this little competition going on out here in the motherfucking area and shit, but you already know I'm gonna come out on top with that. Coronavirus don't stop nothing. If you gotta hustle, it ain't gonna stop nothing. You just ain't hustling right. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay. So, what's been new since last time, man? What projects you got circulating out right now on the internet?
Shit, I just dropped that new video, K3, out on YouTube right now. Go cop that, you know, shot by them Beanos. Shit, me and Jay got a little video, you know what I'm saying? We ain't done editing it and all that, but that joint coming soon. Me and Jay Rich Forever, we got that joint coming.
Okay, so y'all collab.
Yeah.
Okay, I just dropped one with him last week.
Okay.
Actually, this week. A couple of days ago. So for the rest of this week, yeah, it's been playing. I just dropped, got to sit down with him at 17K. So y'all working on a whole tape, or y'all just got a track?
We just got a song out right now. We just doing a song right now. I mean, we could do a tape. It's on him, but you know what I'm saying? End of the day, it's whatever. You know, I work with anybody.
Okay. So other than that, that's what videos, what shows? I know this coronavirus shut down some things like venues.
Yeah, all shows are shut down. Shows are shut down right now. But man, as far as performances, I ain't performed in a minute. It's been a hot minute now since I performed due to this shit. But you know, man, I'm ready for the get back.
Ready for the get back.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So
for the get back,
you've been in the studio working. Who you been working with other than Jay Rich Forever? Who you been you know, collaborating with?
Shit, nobody. To be honest, that's the only artist I've been working with. It's that nigga Jay, for real. I ain't really working with nobody else.
Word.
I don't see nobody on the list to you know what I'm saying? Except for 30. You got 30, Jay, you got 17 Wapo, you know what I'm saying? You got who else? You got Omi, you got EJ, you got Josh.
Now, I've been waiting to sit down and talk to J.O.D. about, you know, his post. I've heard that was going crazy, man, and I got to talk to WAP about it. That's going to be running next week. What's your opinion on that, man? No beef or no craziness. Just what's your opinion on him making that statement?
Man, my opinion is I feel like niggas is on dick. For real, I feel like niggas on dick, man. I feel like if you want to work with a nigga, like that was his whole intention to me. Niggas just wanted to work with niggas. If you want to work with a nigga, bro, you better come at a nigga with respect. Like, yo, look, I want boom. See me, I'm in the crib sleep. I'm getting a notification talking about, hey, it's this nigga who on live. He at your top. Like, you know, I hear that. I'm like, oh, all right. So I jump in the live, and the first thing I'd be like, nigga, you a bitch. I'm at your top. Cause you know what I'm saying?
You didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, end of the day, man, I feel like if you want to work with a nigga, come to a nigga like on some grown man shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't come to a nigga on no. Hey, I want to battle y'all niggas. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? We don't battle, bro. Like, I'm 25 years old. We don't battle. I'm in this shit for the money. You feel me? So
Definitely, man. So how do you feel about that competition going on in the area, man? You know,
it ain't no competition, bro.
It seemed friendly. It seemed like, you know, with like the relationship between CD, 17K, and everybody was just like a mutual understanding. Y'all had their separate clients and artists they work with.
Right.
It wasn't no talking shit. Everybody just working on their own thing, and they could collaborate from time to time. It wasn't no tension until, you know, J.O.D. did, you know, kind of turn it up with this tension.
Yeah, I feel like he did that on purpose. He just trying to troll. That's all that is. CD and 17, you know, them niggas is, we all united, bro. It ain't no break. Like a nigga, we ain't no outsider gonna come in and break up shit. You feel me? Cause they can't do that. Like at the end of the day, even if it was a competition, if something went wrong, it would be everybody against that nigga. You feel me? So he on his own, man. It's 17 CD. We out here, bro. We the best.
Now I got to sit down with WAP a little bit and ask him his opinion on competition and like motivational competition amongst each other as a unit, or just separate people working together, sometimes collaborating. But I mean, how do you feel about the DMV period when it comes to competition and people just overly trying to clout chase and not really work together for the right, but clout chase to get what they need,
Right.
and then bounce.
So you mean like niggas working with each other? So you mean like a nigga working with another nigga
Just
that
to get
has
it.
more clout, so he can get up there, so he can do what he got.
And then
I mean-
shit on them.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Pretty
so,
much.
So I mean, I feel like that's some bullshit too. I feel like niggas do that a lot, but I feel like it come with the game. I feel like it's all a part of the game. I mean, it's rap, it's entertainment. Ain't no rules in it. You feel what I'm saying? So if it ain't no rules in it, then I mean, what you expect? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas gonna be dirty in the game. That's how it is. It's just
So this coronavirus, how did this affect, your area where you're at right now? I mean, how did you feel about this when it first came to where you're based out of?
I mean, I wasn't really too like affected by it, but as far as like we said, venues and shows and shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody been hosting no shows since. So, I mean, other than that, I feel like, for real, I feel like it kind of helped me because now that niggas ain't really going out, people starting to listen to music more. So niggas is on the internet, so they on Spotify, Apple. So niggas is really on it now. So I feel like it's an advantage.
Because in the beginning, there was a point where people were very sick and tired of the same shit. They like literally
Tired.
watched everything they could.
Mhm.
They listened to everything they could. I mean, even Sports Center was just bringing up random ass shit. Nobody had any content until, the George Floyd situation
Yeah,
with the
right.
protests. Now, how did you feel about that situation, man?
I feel like it's always gonna be fuck 12, man. I feel like that was some bullshit too. Like, I feel like ain't nothing new though. It's not new. I feel like it's just the generation is getting different. I feel like we getting older, so it's just more technology. It's on camera now. You feel what I'm saying? So now that everybody got a cell, you got 5-year-olds with cell phones. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Everybody got cell phones.
Out the
now it's
womb,
just
playing
being
with the phone, and then they get their own phone. If you got an old iPhone 4 or 5 or
Yeah,
something, you
they
give
get
it
the
to
plan.
your little one.
Man, what? It's just crazy though. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. I mean, were you out here protesting? Did you get to, go to the protests? And I mean, what was it like experiencing that, man?
Yeah.
Like, that's history. Just watching that through your own eyes, man. How was that like?
Shit, I went to the first protest where they was fucking throwing all the tear gas at niggas and shit, man. It was a peaceful protest though. Like niggas weren't acting all wild, doing dumb shit, but they acting retarded. You know how the police do, man. They abuse their authority, so niggas was out there trying to be peaceful, trying to bring something positive to the community and shit, and they don't like it. So I just feel like, man, it's always, like I said, it's gonna be fuck 12 forever because they ain't never gonna get it. They ain't never gonna understand.
Now, what steps do you think is necessary to somewhat make a dent in this issue, man? I mean, what would you suggest if you had someone came up to you and said, you know what, we want to speak to people and figure out how we could solve this issue? What would you say would be a good suggestion?
I say, man, if y'all really want people to hear you, pay attention, so that way it ain't no more violence, just to get a change, I feel like they gotta start listening. I feel like they gotta open their ears, they gotta listen. They're not listening. All they're doing is listening to the small points, so they can be like, okay, for example, like they removed the slave block in downtown Fredericksburg. But what the fuck a slave block got to do with police brutality? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
Like,
I mean that's
shit-
old history.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about no slave block. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's history. Like, it's cool, but that don't got shit to do with me going out here on the streets and I'm looking in my rearview mirror every 5 seconds, seeing if it's a cop behind me. Even if I'm right, even if I'm clean, even if I'm riding clean, you know what I'm saying? I got my license and shit. It's still that.
That as soon as you see
feeling,
that
like-
light, it's that feeling of you never know, because it kind of feels like, as a black man, I'm not really big in the race, but I'm a black man no matter what.
Right.
As a black man, it shouldn't be some type of PTSD feeling that you feel inside every time you see a cop, even if the cop's not doing nothing to you. And he a good man. He could be a good man.
Facts,
but
right.
just it really shouldn't be. And I feel like the media needs to stop programming us to be that way.
Right. I feel like that too. I feel like that way too.
Now, with the protests going on, how do you feel about people out there? I mean, I know it gets to a point where you try to speak to people and then you can't speak anymore. So you have to resort to violence.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about people just being out there destroying their own shit, though?
I feel like that really don't got nothing to do with it either. I feel like they just doing it just to get outside and do something. I mean, you gotta think with the coronavirus going on, people been in the house for 3 months. You know, they don't got nothing to do, so they already going crazy inside. They couldn't wait for some action, you know? So
Yeah.
niggas can't wait for action. Niggas is like, man, these niggas out here protesting. So you got people protesting for the wrong reasons, too. So you got people protesting just because others are protesting. Then you got the protesters who out there really trying to make a difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen on this social media, it was a little boy going around tearing shit up, and like it was some OGs, like some older heads that was trying to like talk some sense into the nigga, like, bro, like, you doing this for what? Like, it's not gonna do nothing for us. It's just gonna make them put us on TV to look even more worse. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, I heard something like there was fucking sheriffs going around spray painting BLM low key to make it kind of look like they was like really doing the most, just so they could have a reason for that assault and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems kind of crazy, man.
I heard that they were doing that. I heard that they were like laying out like pallets of bricks, so that way like people that was protesting could come by, pick them up, throw them through windows and shit.
That's crazy.
So that shit, man. That
but then
shit's
in return, coming to fuck them over.
and then it's gonna be right there on the news, like, yeah, these niggas right here.
Now, did you get a chance to see the video of the actual murder?
Yeah, of the George Floyd.
Yeah,
right?
it's a murder. It don't matter what they
Yeah,
call it. It's not an
right.
accident. That was a murder.
Like at every angle, there ain't no struggle in the when he was being arrested. You know what I'm saying? Then they put him in the car. When he was in the car, that was when all the struggle happened. Like, but you can't see him, but you can see the officers attacking him from
Yeah.
outside of the car. Like, it's only one dude. If I got a gun, some pepper spray, some handcuffs, a taser, I don't give a damn if the nigga's 6'8",
You gonna feel
450
confident.
pounds. I'm coming up to him like, look, you gonna go ahead and put your hand behind your back, or I'm gonna pepper spray you, I'm gonna take you. I don't even gotta shoot you. I don't
Yeah,
gotta shoot
yeah. I
you.
mean, there's other options. Like, I feel like I forgot they even had mace and
Bro,
pepper spray.
It's
I
got
mean,
like
I've seen
$1,200
people.
worth of equipment on them.
I've seen people close up get baton, get mace, get pepper sprayed. I
All
mean,
that.
I've been in handcuffs before. I've seen people in handcuffs. I've seen other ways of detaining people. I mean, it feels like murder is just. Why would murder be the sense
Man,
to
it's just-
shoot? Black men, or just to knee on them like that, man.
I really feel like he knew him. I feel like he knew him and had something against him. Like, that's the because I'm sure that dude has like been to jail before. I mean, I'm sure he probably been to jail before, so I'm sure he knew of him from the area. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
also, I seen something that they had the same job at a club, and some shit like that. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, so they already knew each other. So obviously
know
it was
that.
like it was something between them. So
No. And then I've even heard that he rapped. He was making music
Oh,
where
for
he's
real?
from, and I even got to watch the music video and all types of crazy stuff that
See,
he's
I
a
ain't
rapper.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that. Then they
What the
started
fuck?
bringing up stories. He was a drug addict and shit like that. But the thing is, that has nothing to do with the fact that what took place was wrong. Period.
Man, the president drug addict.
Everyone
That's
has
what I feel
tried.
like.
You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, other than destroying things and us hating cops, because not all cops are bad people, but there's a majority of cops that are just out there just be dickheads.
Right.
Now, why wouldn't people take it seriously 360 days of the year instead of just those 5 days that people were going fucking crazy?
I know that's that's kind of crazy.
Why can't
too,
people
like,
be this way all the time and not
everybody
when it
just-
gets to a situation like this?
only because it's popular. It was popular for a week. You know what I mean? It was popular. Everybody was like, "Hey, are you going to go protest?" "Hey, I'm going." "You going?" "All right, bet." After that shit died down, bro, it's like nobody remember nothing.
Like Nip. When Nip died, or whatever happened with Nip, it was everywhere.
It was
and
crazy.
all of a sudden, it's just like nobody really even, except for some artists from here and there, may mention him in a verse or two.
Yeah.
But it's not. What's all this? Everybody was supposed to take over and do this and start working together, but yet we're still out here gunning for each other.
Like, everybody forgetting that Nipsey was about to put out some shit about curing AIDS and shit. Nobody fighting for that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, like we still ain't get justice for Trayvon Martin yet, bro. George Zimmerman, a free man.
Apparently, he sued the family for manslaughter.
That-
Apparently, I don't know if this is
But,
true.
but if he did, but do you see what I mean? Though? You
Yeah.
see what's going on? It's crazy, bro.
I mean, what do you think is? I mean, because you're in an interracial relation. I'm interracial. There's nothing wrong. I'm not a racist at all. I love all types of races, but it's like, what is it gonna take? Because I know racism is real. But when they play it on TV, they make it really seem like it's back in the day. Like we really stare there and look at each other and don't mingle with each other every day.
It ain't really like
Like,
that.
why is it not up to us to cut that out when something happens?
Right.
Since we're older, we have to tell people, man, don't destroy our own shit.
Right.
And don't sit here and think every person who's a different race is out to get you, even though we do get looked at as black men as a target.
Right. Yeah.
Point of, that's just fact.
That's just how it goes.
What could people do, man, in the community? What could people do in your community or any community to just die that down? There's always going to be trouble. But how could we take race off the factor and let it be a non-biased decision when something like that is done?
To be honest, I think only way we're gonna be able to do that is if when a Caucasian child or something is born at birth. I feel like you can't be racist unless you're taught to be racist.
Yeah.
Like you can't come out the womb like Spanish. You don't come out the womb speaking Spanish.
Yeah,
you gotta learn Spanish.
You gotta
know
learn.
What I mean? So
yeah.
if you coming out the womb, you ain't gonna be racist. Your family gotta be racist. Like you gotta grow up around that. Like you know what I mean? Like niggas out here who trap. If you grow up around somebody that trap, you gonna want to trap because it's an influence, it's a motivation to you. So when you grow up around a racist family, you gonna have that motivation. Like, oh, I don't like African Americans. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the only way to stop that is at birth. I feel like if you've been learning that since birth, when you get older, you may change. Like, oh man, I got a black friend here. I got a black friend, but deep down, when you're not hanging around your black friends and you go hang out with them people you grew up with, you still gonna be racist. You know
So
what
it's
I mean?
pretty much up to the schools because that's where kids spend most of their time. When parents are at work and they're at schools, it's up to the teachers. You know, if we could sit there and preach LGBTQIA rights at school and all types of stuff, I feel like we should be able to enforce the fact that, racism needs to die.
That's crazy. That's even crazier too. That LGB shit.
Now, how do you feel? You know, because you have a son. Now, how do you feel he going to school and then like someone's coming up to him telling him, you know, it's fine.
It's okay to be gay, okay to be
trans. I mean, I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong. I'm not bashing, but you're kind of like they're already getting it pushed in their face and everything.
Right.
You're kind of like telling them to do it. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that shit bad, bro. That shit is terrible. Like, if you want to be gay, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you choose to be, but don't throw it in a school system. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I don't
feel
think
like y'all throwing it on them is making them like, well.
Now the bullying part is fine because you don't want them to be bullied and you want them to feel that's fine. It is acceptable. I'm not saying it's horrible, but I feel like in school we need to just like keep that type of stuff out and focus more on finances and other real life lessons.
That's what I'm saying. Like they teach you shit in school that you don't even learn, that you don't even need out here. You know what I'm saying? So why y'all gonna throw that in there when y'all could have threw like
how to do taxes
or stocks, like, something, you know
or stocks or something like that.
Like you going throw in a whole class like you okay to be gay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be gay, cool, but don't throw that in no damn school.
Now, personally, ask you one last question before we close out. How would you feel? Okay, now this is going to be online, you know, and I know you.